A Raytheon Technologies-co-developed hypersonic cruise missile has successfully completed 2 consecutive flight tests. The use of weapons that can move at speeds greater than 5 times the speed of sound is a key component of the U.S. Department of Defense's strategy. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we'll talk about new hypersonic missile tested successfully by U.S. To know all about it, watch the video till the end. In an effort to catch up to or surpass China's and Russia's advancement in cutting-edge strategic weapons technology, the U.S. military on Tuesday unveiled the results of a new test of a hypersonic missile that can travel at more than 5 times the speed of sound. Being hypersonic implies it can travel at speeds of Mach 5 or higher, or 3,806 miles per hour, which makes it the perfect weapon for taking out a fortified target. Since a hypersonic weapon is going so quickly, a target that may be covered by surface-to-air missiles, which are essentially meant to latch onto an incoming missile and crash into it, would be worthless against it. The Raytheon-built weapon, which uses air taken from the atmosphere to create sustained propulsion to astounding speeds, underwent its second successful test on Monday, according to the Pentagon. To prevent the appearance of escalating the geopolitical tensions surrounding the Russian invasion of Ukraine, it was initially kept quiet. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, is in charge of the Hypersonic Air-Breathing Weapon Concept, or HAWC development program, which is being carried out in collaboration with the U.S. Air Force. The agency's HAWC program, which stands for Hypersonic Air-Breathing Weapon Concept, was being tested for the second time, and this time, the missile had a different configuration than when it was initially tested in September 2021. According to a statement from the Air Force, the test was carried out when a B-52 bomber launched an air-launched rapid response weapon, or ARRW, off the coast of Southern California. Contract with the Pentagon to create the HAWC, the weapon developed by Lockheed Martin, has undergone 2 tests, with 1 successful and 1 failure. The Hypersonic Air-Breathing Weapon Concept, or HAWC missile from Lockheed Martin, has successfully passed its last test under a DARPA-led initiative. Over the span of 300 nautical miles, and powered by an Aerojet Rocketdyne scramjet, the vehicle exceeds Mach 5, or 350 miles per hour, or 560 kilometers per hour. DARPA, the U.S. Air Force, the Air Force Research Laboratory, or AFRL, Lockheed Martin, and Aerojet Rocketdyne collaborated on the test flight this month. The solid rocket motor booster, glider protective shroud, and glider vehicle holding a kinetic energy projectile warhead were dropped from the Stratofortress bomber, as they had in the previous 2 test flights. When the glider was deployed, the booster automatically fired to accelerate it to supersonic speeds. Then, a scramjet engine took over, causing it to accelerate to more than 5 times the speed of sound and reach an altitude of more than 60,000 feet, or 18,000 meters. The U.S. Air Force is considering 2 variants of the scramjet engine that powers the missile, and according to Lockheed, the test increased the data on the engine by a factor of 2. Raytheon is working on the other. Wes Kramer, president of Raytheon Missiles and Defense Business Unit, said, "Advancing our nation's hypersonic capabilities is a critical national imperative, and this was an important step forward." He further added, "Having back-to-back successful flight tests gives us even greater confidence in the technical maturity of the HAWC prototype. The vehicle flew a trajectory that engineers designed to intentionally stress the weapon concept to explore its limits and further validate digital performance models," Raytheon said in a statement following the flight test, in which HAWC was released from an aircraft and accelerated to hypersonic speeds using the scramjet engine. With regard to HAWC, hypersonic weapons fly through the upper atmosphere at a speed of around 6,200 kilometers an hour, or at heights of more than 18 kilometers. According to DARPA, the Pentagon's high-tech research organization, the missile traveled more than 300 nautical miles and reached an altitude of more than 65,000 feet, or 19,800 meters. Hypersonic weapons are at the forefront of the worldwide technical arms race due to their speed, ability to alter trajectory after launch, and ability to avoid radar detection. To put it another way, a missile traveling so quickly would be incredibly difficult for an enemy to guard against. Instead of hours, we're talking about minutes for a transcontinental flight. By fusing state-of-the-art developments in thermal management, propulsion, and sensing with tried-and-true technology, the system demonstrates how Raytheon Technologies is collaborating with other businesses to advance hypersonic technology. Hypersonic weapons demand new methods of thinking about how to make them function because of how rapid and mobile they are. The system was quickly developed and tested by the corporation, employing both digital engineering and ground testing, including modeling and simulation. Kramer claims That helps us find new materials, manufacturing processes, and aerodynamic shapes that can withstand extreme conditions while delivering required performance. Is made possible through digital engineering. It's a critical contribution to our flight test success, he continued. The previous test came from the Raytheon Technologies-Northrop Grumman team's 2021 HAWC missile flight test, which was the first of its kind, but numerous digital trials have been carried out, gathering valuable data that is being utilized to forecast performance in the real world. These computational simulations, which are based on actual flight data, are being utilized to precisely forecast and enhance performance as the weapon idea is developed. Industry-wide advances in model precision boost belief that the correlation exists. Kramer claims that it is difficult to duplicate the most cutting-edge threat scenarios in the real world, and hypersonic flight is no exception. Engineers can make adjustments in digital environments more rapidly and inexpensively than when designing and flying real equipment in ways that weren't previously feasible. Kramer said, advances in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and big data allow us to develop capabilities at scale in a way that wasn't possible before. Raytheon Technologies is able to quickly transition enhanced hypersonic capabilities from test facilities to operational settings because of digital engineering and new cooperative methods. Following the most recent test, the businesses are on schedule to provide a functional prototype system to the U.S. Department of Defense. In some ways, the term hypersonic for these novel types of armament systems could be viewed as deceptive because it is not always the travel speed that represents a substantial advancement. Instead, these new types of weapons stand out for their ability to alter course after launch, as well as for their capacity to fly low enough in the sky to avoid radar detection, while yet reaching hypersonic Mach 5 speeds. The balance of power in the world's militaries could be threatened by hypersonic missiles, which can be guided to deliver nuclear warheads precisely where they are needed at speeds that are too high for interceptors to keep up. Pressure is mounting on the Pentagon to equal China's ostensibly successful test of a hypersonic missile last year that circled the globe and struck a target in China. One was allegedly employed in the current invasion of Ukraine by the Russian military. Since its invasion of Ukraine on February 24, Russia has launched hypersonic missiles at various Ukrainian locations, including Odessa earlier this month, with a Kinzhal or Dagger hypersonic air-to-surface missile. The Kinzhal, according to Russia, is 10 times as fast as sound. However, the Pentagon, which is arming Ukraine in its fight with Russia, asserted that Kiev's use of hypersonic weapons by Moscow did not alter the character of the conflict. Russian forces have used several hypersonic missiles, according to General Mark Milley of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff. But other than the speed of the weapon, in terms of its effect on a given target, we are not seeing really significant or game-changing effects to date with the delivery of the small number of hypersonics that Russians have used, Milley said. Additionally, at a military parade in 2019, China allegedly showcased a hypersonic weapon. CNN reports that the most recent test occurred in the middle of March, but was kept under wraps so as not to appear to heighten the geopolitical tensions surrounding Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The U.S. Defense Department is on track with its ambitions to equip its first modern hypersonic weapon by the summer of 2023, and to produce more offensive hypersonic and anti-hypersonic weapons defense capabilities following a recent flurry of prototype testing. In an early October interview with Defense News, Lieutenant General Robert Rash, the Army's Director of Hypersonic Weapons Systems Acquisition, stated that the service will stick to its schedule to deliver the Long-Range Hypersonic Weapon, or LRHW, a ground-launched, boost-glided missile system, by the end of fiscal year 2023. In September 2021, the Army finished delivering the LRHW ground equipment to Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington State. This equipment included a battery operations center, transporter erector launchers, vehicles, and trailers. The development of a defense architecture to counter incoming hypersonic weapons from the enemy has been given priority in the United States. The Glide Phase Interceptor anti-hypersonic missile, for which Raytheon and Northrop are developing a prototype, will be part of this defense system, along with satellites for a mission warning and tracking system. With that, we have come to the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and also press the bell icon so you can watch the upcoming videos. Also, share your thoughts in the comment box.